Fine.
Yes, it's working
Okay.
fine. Because I am also conducting group meetings using this of university classes,
Hmm.
and now the students are comfortable very much.
Okay. 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 Maybe because
Sometimes,
I did.
sometimes there may be a problem, maybe
Yes. Yes.
because
Yes.
last time we also conducted using this one.
Yes. So.
Yes. So sometimes it is difficult to detect this mic and audio and video, all these things. That's
Yes.
why.
Yes.
Let me share my screen first of all. Okay, so do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I searched for one of the interface for that Redis. Okay,
Okay.
and I downloaded some of them. Let me just show you. Let me start its server first of all, because after starting the server, it will work.
Right.
Redis.
Sir, you have multiple. There are multiple user interface for that.
No, no, it is desktop based.
Okay.
It is desktop based. I tried some of them. Okay, but only this was working. But there is an application similar to PHP MyAdmin, and its name is PHP Redis Admin. So
Okay.
I think that can be installed on the server, and it can be used just like the PHP admin. So that another
Right.
possibility is also there. Let us first of all start it. So now it is started. Do you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here is a package. Redis. This one is not working. This P3X Redis UI, but this is working. Another Redis desktop manager. Okay.
Okay.
This is very nice. Okay. So now this is started. Now this is the connection, current connection on the local host. That's why it is 127.0.0.1.
Yes.
And this is the port number of this Redis database server. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just click on this. Now it is showing all the details. Okay. This is the server detail. This is the memory. This is uh, the statistics or something like this. Now let me check. This is DBO. This is a list node. There must be some option for viewing these keys, because on that day this is for. Okay, let me search it. I think we defined some keys in last class. Its name was age, I think. No, this key is not there. So do you remember any key that we defined in the last class?
Sir, I don't remember we defined any keys.
Yes, we defined some keys, because this is the actually here is the option to define a new key. But I think in the last class we also defined some keys. However, here it is showing no data.
Yes.
This is auto refresh. Let me
Sir,
check.
you screen sharing. We can. How can we? Ah, okay, okay. It's my. So right. Sir,
Okay, so this, yes.
sir, this screen sharing. I mean, how can we do it full screen?
No, there is an option. The right side panel can be synced of click meeting.
I did. Uh, okay.
The right side panel, there is should be a right side panel,
Yes.
so it can be synced to the right side.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I did that. Okay.
Now,
Fine. Yeah, I
now,
made it smaller. Yeah.
yes,
Yes, sir.
and then there should be an option also for full screen. I don't know if it is there or not. Okay, so let us
Yes,
first
there
of
is
all.
an option. Yes, yes. I got
Yes,
it. Yes. Thank you, sir.
these are the predefined keys. Okay, but this is the internal key of this server. Okay, let me just check it. Let us define a new key and then
Okay.
check whether it is working or not.
Correct.
After stopping, suppose this is the option for new key.
Yes.
This is key name, this is key type. Okay. So suppose our key name is, I think in the last class we defined username, something like this. This is string. Okay. Now it's value. Suppose it is demo, and then save it. Okay.
Correct.
Now when I'm clicking here, so on this page, yes, where it is displaying that key, there must be some option to display it, because in the last class it was displaying. This username is here. So
So,
here it is already saved. Here it is already saved. Okay, now
sir,
suppose I am
what is this? This TTL is time to
time
live
to
now.
live. This TT was just there. It was time to live.
Time to live. Okay.
Yes, so its meaning should be something, means how much time it will live. So it is -1. That means I think it should be forever, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me just close this and then again open this. What is this? Edit connection plus DB. This is refresh. This is Redis console. Okay, this is Redis console here. So now if I'm writing a get and user name, yes, it is demo here. If
Right.
I'm writing get and age null, that means it is not defined. Okay. If I'm writing
Hmm.
set age 23, so now age is 23. If I'm writing get age, so now it is 23. So this is working. Okay.
Correct.
Now let us stop the server and then again restart it, just for testing whether it is persistent or not. So first of all, we need to stop it from here. I think this is the stop button. No, this is the setting. This is not the stop button. So to stop it, I think we have to simply close it from here. But the server is still running. Okay. So let us
Yes.
also close this, stop the server. Now again restart it. Now this one. So this is our connection. Yes, age is there.
Yes.
But I think the last time I saw there was there was a list here, but that list is not available at this moment. It was automatically showing all the keys defined and their values.
Right.
But at this moment, it is not showing.
Sir,
Okay,
this is
but it is showing
ready.
here. It is displaying here.
But the question, this Redis is called is actually the database of databases. So it's for structure. So
Yes.
how we can do that? I mean, how
No,
will
actually,
that?
the thing is that when we are defining new key, then we are having these types. So these are the components of data structure. Because normally when we define some table in database in RDB, like in MySQL, okay. So at that time there is no possibility of this list, this set, this jet set, something like this has something like this. So there
Hmm.
the data type is different. It is character, integer, float, like this. Okay.
Correct.
And here it is different. Here it is a list. List means
So,
what?
sir,
It is just like an array.
okay. So the question is, for example, when we have a running website,
Yeah.
so um, we have to keep that database and then use on top. We have to use Radius, or we have to close that MySQL and just use this one.
No, it can be done in different ways. Either we can fully use this Redis. Otherwise, what we can do, we can also integrate it with the MySQL. Means first of all, we can fetch the data from MySQL, then we can store it in Redis server, just for faster manipulation or something for other purpose.
So can we see one example like this?
No, I have,
I mean, a
actually I have
live
a
example.
live example. Actually, I have downloaded a package for integrating with the PHP. Okay,
Okay.
so that package will be here. This one. PHP Redis develop is there. Okay. Just see this package also there. PHP Redis admin. It is. It. I think it may be just like the PHP my admin. Okay. And
Okay.
one another is also there. PHP Redis admin master. But let me
Right.
first of all explore this PHP Redis develop. So it is unzip minus L PHP Redis develop. Yes. Okay. So I think I need to install it first of all. Then it will work. There must be some readme or installation. Yes, readme is there. There or install is also there. Let me check it. There is a file whose name is readme. This is regarding installation. Okay, so I think we need to see this file.
Okay.
That is for the installation. Let me open that file. Where is that file? This one. Okay.
So what is this PECL?
This is the package of for PHP installation of PHP packages.
Okay.
Binary packages. Here it is written to pull list.
So what is the meaning of this installation from sources?
That means all the source code files, the C file.
Okay.
That means we have to do the same thing like make install and all those things. If you would like to produce it to say like data using you can okay configure option to size the person. Make install copies to an appropriate location. But you still need to enable the module in the PHP file. Okay, to do so, either edit your PHP and yes. Okay, so that means first of all, we have to run the make command, then the make install command. Okay,
Yes.
and then in the php.ini file, we need to enable this option extension equal to redis.io. Okay, and then it will work. Let me just check it. What is the name of this package? This is and another option is also this one PCL install Redis, but I don't think whether it will. Let me check it. PCL install Redis, whether it is working or not. Okay, so this command is not available on my system. So what we can do, we can sudo and first of all make. There must be a make file here. Is it there or not?
So sudo is to search.
No, no. This is for running a program with the authority of root super user.
Okay.
Okay, so where is the read make file is not there. Make file is not there. Just a minute. Okay. First of all, this command, then configure, then make and make it. Okay. First of all, I need to run this command phpiz. Just a minute.
So copy paste does not work here.
Yes, it will work. Okay. Now after this, dot slash configure. I also told you in the last class, generally there is a file with this name configure. Means it will
Yes,
just check for the availability of the compilers and all those things. And then we need
correct.
to run this make and make install. So dot slash configure. It will just check for the compilers, whether this compiler is available or not, what is the version of the compiler or something like this. Now we need to write the make command, yes. That means that file, that configure file, it has created the make file. Because initially this make file was not there. So after running
Right.
that command dot slash configure, now the make file is there. Now I am running this make command, so it is creating all the binaries, and then I need to run this make install. So make install will do what? It will just uh, copy all the files to the proper location, and again make test is there, just for making test whether everything is correct or not. Now sudo make install. Yes, that means it has copied the modules here. Now after this, I need to go to the php.ini file. Okay, and
So
in
make
that,
and make install, both of them are different commands.
yes, different command. No, command is same. Again here, but here we are only running the make command without any argument. And
Yes.
here the argument is this make install. Means this install is the argument for this make command.
Okay, okay. And sir, in front of this config, then they have given this enable Redis IG
So these are
binary
the
and all this.
extra options. If you
Okay,
want to enable this library, IG binary library or MSG package. So for that purpose, we need to use these options
correct.
for that purpose. So basically, the command is this. Actually, this is not a command. This is a shell program. This configure is a shell program. It is only having the shell commands. Okay,
Okay,
and it is searching for the availability of the compilers and their versions, all these things. And then it is creating a file whose name is make file. After that, we are running this command make. So now this command is taking commands from make file and then it is running them. So it is creating the binary files. And after
correct,
this command, this make install, it is installing the binary files to the proper locations, means to the proper folders. Okay.
correct. Yes, sir.
So here, I think now I need to enable this extension redis.so in this file php.ini file. Let me open that file. Okay. Let us go to new tab and su hyphen means I will just log in as root. Now etc php. This file is here php.ini.
Yes,
Now in this file there is a setting about extensions. Let me search it. Extension. There must be some list of extensions. Yes, extension equal to. Here we need to, yes, I have already added that. It is already added. Actually, I think by running that command, make installed. Okay. Just see, these are the modules.
yes.
Means this MySQL I module is there. This zip module is there. Okay. Suppose if I am commenting this line, then we cannot establish connection with the MySQL database.
We cannot.
Yes. because this semicolon, this is the comment part. Here semicolon is the comment. Do you see?
Yes.
This is the comment line. This whole one. Now let me check it. This is the
So
file.
what exactly module is like extension, or what does module mean?
No, this is a module of for this PHP interpreter. Through the PHP program, whether I should be able to use this MySQL connection or not, or
Okay.
we should be able to enable this Redis connection or not, something like this. So a lot of
Correct.
modules are there, but they are not enabled by default. For example, here this PGSQL. So there is a PostgreSQL database. There is another database that whose name is SQLite. By default, this SQLite is not enabled. It is commented.
Correct.
By default, this PGSQL is commented. But suppose we want to work on the PGSQL, then we need to enable it, uncomment it.
Okay.
And in PHP, connection of databases is established in two different ways. The one way is this video. This is object oriented way. For video, this is enabled. This MySQL is enabled. Okay, and this is another option. MySQL I. This is not object oriented. So both options are enabled. Means while writing program of PHP, I can either use this video or I can use this MySQL I. Anyone, both will work because both are
And sir,
uncommented.
what is the difference between this, I mean, normal SQL and PGSQL?
No, no, PGSQL is yet another database server. That is
Okay.
open source database server, and I
Okay.
think this is that is the most rich database server in the world of open source. It is much richer than this MySQL.
Okay.
Okay, let's see it here. This is very interesting database server. PGSQL, PostgreSQL. Here it is, the world's most advanced open source relational database. So it is much richer than the MySQL. But MySQL is small, but it is very handy and it is very fast. That's why it is used so much. Okay. So if you want to use this database server in our program, then we need to enable that extension in that case. So after this, what I need to do, I need to start the system CTL, start HTTPD and PHP FPM. Let me check it. It is should be given in the arclinux.org. The key is there. PHP.
So you have already used it, this one.
No, I'm using Manjaro. So Manjaro is the base. This is the base of Manjaro. This is the base of Manjaro.
Right.
Okay. This Arc Linux, this is very interesting application. And yesterday I also discovered a website. I will just show you. Just here it is also some information about this, how to use this PHP with Redis. Do you see?
Yes,
Means
sir.
we can use this PHP with MySQL or with Redis or PostgreSQL or SQLite.
Right, right, right.
So now this Redis is already there. I think it was not
It's
initially.
already added, no?
It was not initially.
Yes, yes, yes,
PHP
yes.
FPM. No, it is not here. That means it should be described on a page. Maybe on that page. Yes, PHP FPM. http dot service, and then PHP start and enable PHP hyphen FPM service. So it is already there PHP hyphen
It's
FPM.
dot service, no?
No, dot service is optional. That is not a
Okay.
compulsory part. That is optional. Saying that it is not on, that means it is not enabled on my system. Maybe. Let me check it first of all whether this PHP is working or not. Yes, it is working. Okay. Now, so you can check a program from here. No, there is no such program for testing purpose.
Mm.
We can write a simple program. Let me search it on Google. PHP Redis. Its name is yes. PHP Redis. Okay.
Sir, we cannot use any of your existing database and for testing on Redis.
Actually, this is a separate database. It itself is a database.
Yes, but actually, sir, for me, I was thinking that
Okay.
Redis to use any existing one, what we are using MySQL or whatever, use that existing one and structure it on Redis. Is it possible?
Means using the existing which one?
Any MySQL, for example. And suppose we have a data there, and then we want to structure it somewhere on Redis. Is it possible?
It may be possible. I will have to search for it. Let me first of all check whether this program is running or not. This is the simplest program. It will display whether this is running or not. Okay.
Right.
Control S. Redis. Where I am saving it. You can save it here. Redis connect.php. Okay. Now let me check it. PHP. Yes. Here it is. This message is there. Connection to the server successfully. Server is running. Now we can also fetch the value of, for example, this one is there. Uh, get stored data means there is a function. This get we are having the username
Yes.
key already there. So
Yes.
here you can so let me just check it. Write it one like this. This is br and this is slash n.
So what does slash n mean?
Since if I am running program from the terminal, then for the new line slash n is
Okay.
there, and on browser for the new line br is there. So our variable name is username that we have already set
Yes.
there.
Correct. But sir, we will put it in the string.
Yes, actually
Okay.
here it should be like this arrow. Now here we have to write a dollar user name equal to and this one. That means what we are doing, we are getting the value of this key from the
Right.
database server, and then we are storing it in username. Okay.
Right.
Then now we can display it just for testing whether the username is correct or not, whether it is fetching or not.
Right.
Redis connect. Yes, it is displaying username demo. Why this one is there? Server is running. Actually, here there is one. So from where this one is coming? I think this is the output of this ping. So let us comment these two lines. Means here we are simply connecting and then we are fetching the
Yes.
value of username.
Correct. Yes.
Yes, the username is demo. That means now
Hmm.
if we are changing it from here, suppose this is our username and now
Yes.
suppose it is not demo, it is admin. Let us save it. So it is saved.
Yes.
Now let's see. Now here it is admin.
Sir, one question: why we are connecting on another one? I mean, the on another tab we are connecting and then testing it here. What is this, sir?
Because no, actually the thing is that this we are running this server explicitly. Means by default this is not running. For example, I have set the MySQL in such a way that the when system will start, then automatically it will start. But this is not the case with this Redis because we have not
Correct.
configured it in that way. Okay.
So,
Do
for
you understand?
example, if we have this MySQL user interface, so when we want to use that, so we will connect. I mean,
No,
it
what
has a
we will do, okay, we have to also enable this package so that when the system will boot, then automatically it will start. This server will start.
right.
Okay. So in that case, there is no need to you start it in a separate tab. Means in the background it will keep running. In the background it will
Okay,
keep
okay,
running.
okay, okay.
And then
No,
after
sir.
that we have
Sir, why I'm asking this is because normally you don't use the terminal to
yes, yes, no,
work on
no.
MySQL.
On the server it will be configured automatically.
Okay, okay, okay.
On
So
the
it will
server it
have
will
a
be yes, yes.
okay.
On the
So it
server.
will have a interface and just like MySQL, how we log in and then we work into that. So
Yes.
it will be normally like that.
So for that purpose, we need to use this package, PHP Redis admin.
Okay, okay, okay.
It is just like the PHP MyAdmin because
Because
here
we are
it is,
working at the locals, that's why it's like this.
yes, that's why I am using that. But this PHP Redis admin is already there. Redis admin. I have already downloaded it, but I have not checked it. Let's see. This package is already there, and I think it must be. And this is very active development because the last change is 2 months ago. Do you see?
Yes.
So this is in the active development, and here you can find an example database. At let me check it. This is an example. Okay, how it will look like. Yes. So this is PHP Redis admin. This is the local
Correct.
server. Okay, database. Now key is there. One key is there. It. Now here we can define another key. Just like suppose we are defining name. No, this is for filtering.
Actually, sir, the problem is I don't know. I until now I don't know how SQL works. That's why it's strange for me. I mean, if I
No,
would
no.
know how SQL,
In case of MySQL,
yes,
we are having the concept of tables.
yes, yes,
Means
yes,
whenever we need to store a data, then first of all we need to create a table, and
yes,
the structure of table is fixed. It is having rows and columns. Okay,
yes.
so it is having. That means always you have to think in terms of table. But here we don't need to think always in terms of table. Actually, we are thinking in terms of the data types of the programming language. For example, when we are working in any programming language, then we are having a concept of array. Okay.
Correct.
So concept of array is different. Just a minute. There is a call. Let me check it.
Yes.
Hello. From here? No, no, I'm just teaching myself. I'm teaching myself. Okay. So can you send me more details on my mail? Okay. Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was just telling in case of this PHP MyAdmin,
Yes, sir.
we have to always think in terms of table. Okay. Then
Correct, sir.
suppose we need to store a very small information. Then in that case also we have to first of all create a table, define its columns, its data types, and all those things. Okay. And then and
Correct.
only then we can work on that. But here the situation is different. Here we are thinking in terms of the data types that is available in the programming language.
Okay.
That's
So
why I just
what
say
does
this
a data type means like in this case?
data type just like this. This is a data type. This is string is there, list is there, hash is there. Means,
And what is this
for
Z set,
example,
sir?
no, when we are working in this JavaScript,
Yes.
then we are creating objects, we are creating array.
Correct.
Okay. So that array is the data type. That string is the data type.
Right. Sir, what is this Z set?
It may be something different than this set.
And
There will
what
be
is
some
set?
actually.
What does set means?
Actually, set and list are very common to each other, but only the difference is that I think in case of set, it is just like the object, and this is
Mm-hmm.
just like array.
Okay. And this hash?
Hash key is also this is for creating a combination of key and value, something like that.
Okay.
Key and value, and then is string. This is very simple.
String is simple, yes.
String
Sir,
means what? Even we are storing some value in a particular string, like that.
correct. Sir,
So
what
here we are
does
not
the
thinking in terms of table. The difference is that
right. Sir, the thing is, what does this mean here? Local server and database. So why it's like two different?
no, this is the server and this is the database. At this moment, it is having two databases. I think yes. So two databases have been created here. That means there are two
Mm.
instances. This is the first instance. This is second instance. And
So,
here,
mhm.
yes,
Yes. What is this? A
this
local
is
server?
no. This is the local host. That means both are same.
So
This is
it
with
could be
port.
local or it could be live. I mean, we can
Yes, yes.
add.
Port name is optional. Port name is optional. That means there are two instances, and here there is option of this export and import. Let me check.
So that means you can import the
Yes,
data from.
yes. Here, just see this one option is there.
Okay,
So if I am exporting it, so it will create a JSON file. Here.
correct.
Look,
Yes, sir.
suppose we are having some. Let me add a new key here. Okay, and let me test how this list is working. So for this list, this key is there, index is there, and value is there.
And sir,
In
what does
PHP,
index means here?
position means the first
Position. Okay.
position. So the
Okay.
key and value. So suppose we are having some key.
Username, for example.
Yes. Suppose the key is roll and value is 100. Okay.
So
Now
it's
add
created
another.
down
Yes.
on the left. It says keys there.
It is created. Yes.
Mm.
Now the next value. So just see this roll. It is
Mm.
containing two values. This is the first
Correct,
value, this
correct.
is second value.
So this is very interesting. It's simple.
So this is zero. So I think this is just like an array.
Yes, yes, yes,
Let
yes,
me this
yes.
rolls is an array, something like that. Now let me export it. What is this option?
Edit. Huh?
And this may be export. Yes, JSON. Just see, this is an array.
Sir, okay. So, but why you are export? So, what can you do with this export?
No, after exporting it, we can fetch this information from in any other programming language like this JavaScript or this PHP, and then we can handle it.
Right, right, right.
Because there
So
must be
this
some
is
way to establish communication between this programming language and this database server.
yes. Otherwise, there is no use, na, sir. If there
Yes,
is,
otherwise there is no use if you are not able to establish connection. So similar
yes,
to
yes.
this, we can also create another key just for testing. Okay, what is this set? Okay, then this key is there. Now suppose here the key is name, value is John. Now this name is there. It is having only one value. Now add another value. There must be some difference, something different. Difference. Let me check it. What is the difference?
So it's added again in the same.
So there is no position, only value is there. Do you see? Initially, in case of list, it was 0, 1, 2, 3 like this.
Yes.
And in case of this list, no, in case of this set, there is no position. It is only the collection of these two names. We cannot say which is the first, which is the second, something like this.
Right, right,
Now
right, right.
let us export it just to see if it yes, it is my candle. It is in terms of JSON, it is same, but
Mm,
here where it is displaying that this is the first, this is second, but there is no any index here, like in case of this list. And let us create another one just to test z index, z set. What is difference between this? Okay, here is one more thing. A score is there. Means suppose age. Score can be, I think it can be any other value. Okay, that will be used. So this score is there. Score
mm,
means what? We can just think in terms of this is the priority or importance of this value, another
yes,
value.
yes, yes.
So suppose the now 5, then 12. We are having two values, 23 and 12. The score of 23 is 2 and the score of 12 is 5, something like this. That means we are having some one extra attribute, this score. And according to a store, we can do some operation. Okay, let me export it again to the JSON format. No, in JSON format, it is not displaying the score. It is only displaying the value. In JSON format,
Yes.
it is not displaying the score.
What, sir? Again, sir. What is score means?
That means we have to explore it on the Redis website. What is the meaning of this?
Mm.
This hash is there. So key is there, hash key is there. Okay, and then value is there.
So
And
hash key. What would be the hash key?
no, no, it will be some number. It will be some number. Like let me check it. Code. So this key is there. That means this
Mm.
value is identified by this key. So I think while adding another value, we cannot use the same key. Maybe if I am using the same key here,
Sir, it's giving already yellow. This, I think. Oh,
yes.
oh, it is a
That means, that means
over it.
this must be unique,
Unique. Yeah, yeah.
something like that. Now it will accept. Yes. Just a minute. Hello. हाँ कौन? अच्छा अच्छा। हाँ, किया क्या? कहाँ आई हूँ तो दूसरा नंबर ना पहले वाला पूरा दूसरा नंबर चल रहे सर। हम हाँ सर कॉल फिर 10 मिनट के बाद 10 मिनट के बाद 10 मिनट में कॉल बैक कर 10 मिनट में सुनते हैं। हाँ हाँ हम क्लास में थे। मैंने बहुत अर्जेंट है अभी तो। अच्छा हाँ 10 मिनट बाद में कॉल बैक कर लीजिए। ठीक है। हेलो।
Yes, sir.
So I think this key this must be different. It is used to uniquely identify all these values. Actually, we need to learn from this Redis
Yes, sir.
because this is the complete database in itself, just
Mm.
like the page might be. So, what is your requirement? You need to integrate this Redis with MySQL.
Yes, sir. That's it. That is interesting, sir.
Okay. No. So, at this moment, what you want to explore? Okay, how this Redis will be integrated with MySQL?
Yes, yes, yes.
I think it can be used as a caching server.
Yes, yes. It also has this option, sir.
Redis with MySQL. Here are the options. Redis with MySQL, fast economic scaling, Redis Labs. Here it is giving yes, improving database performance with Redis. Because actually when we are communicating with the database every time, then it is very time consuming. Okay. And this
Correct.
Redis is very fast. So here there is an article that can help us how to improve the performance of MySQL with this Redis. Okay. Another example is there. So you want to integrate it in your website.
Yes, sir. I mean, I just want to know, I mean, how would this make difference? Because actually, I launched a website, sir. It's called
Okay.
dealalike.com.
Okay. So you are using this
WordPress.
MySQL at this moment.
At the moment, yes, MySQL.
Okay. So it is going slow. Do you think?
Sir, it actually what I'm doing is you can check it. It's called dealalike.com. So
What is the spelling?
deal like deal,
D
DAL, deal,
D yes
DEAL.
DEAL.
Yes, I like India
Okay.
and like.com.
Okay.
Like
DL. Like
Like
AE. Yes, this one.
deal I like. Okay, I will send you.
No, it's D.
Deal
I
D.
like.
No, sir, I'll send you. It's better. So it's dealilike.com. It's one word, but it's like deal I like. I've sent you.
Okay.
You see this, sir? Already it's slow, no? And it will actually, sir, the thing is what I'm trying to do is it's a price comparison website. And in Oman, we don't have this. In Oman, Dubai, or uh, Qatar, or GCC countries, no, we don't have this. So I thought to create a price comparison for these countries. So what actually it will do is, for example, if you scroll down,
Okay.
there is some, take this camera for example, na? Take this camera
Hmm.
or whatever.
Single price.
Yes. So what exactly it will do is that, for example, there are so many other shops like uh, Amazon,
Yes,
Scroll
yes.
down, please. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, this is not the good example. I think you have to type in search for shoes or something, na? Shoes or something.
Let me search for shoes. Here.
Yeah, I mean, just click on this. Yeah, just type in shoes. I don't know
Where
if
is
it's working.
shoes? Hmm. Here there is no shoes.
Just type in shoes, for example. I think shoes will
Okay.
be there. So, sir,
Yes.
actually, what it will do is, yeah, just click on one, for example. I think all the pictures are not added yet. Na? Scroll down, scroll down.
Yes.
Scroll down, down, down. No, I think no. I have to search for some product. No, still it's we are on the working. We are working
Okay.
on it. So what exactly it will do is, sir, it will show the prices on, let's say, on Amazon, on AliExpress, on whatever
Okay.
websites that are running. So it will show the same products on all of this website and compare the prices. So the cheapest one will be at the top. So the user can then click on it and go and buy on that.
So I think
Uh,
there are several websites for that purpose.
on in Oman, we don't have.
Okay. There is this is not available.
In
If you
Oman
want
and
to.
UAE, yeah. So in
Okay.
Oman and UAE, we don't have this. So in yes, in Germany we have this, but I mean there are many good websites here, like which I have also got the chance to work with them. So I just got an idea that I will just create this for GCC countries. So
Okay.
the problem now is like there's so many products. Like I don't know, it's already I have partnered with four of them, four of the I mean websites, and they have like almost 60,000 products.
Okay.
So now, I mean, that will make definitely because all of the products are not even imported yet. So first of
Okay.
all, I'm facing two problems. One problem is that when I am importing into WordPress, uh, I mean the WordPress. First of all, I think is not so good for this.
No,
I mean
no, no.
because
WordPress is not for this purpose.
yeah, exactly.
It
So
is not for this purpose. You don't use WordPress for this type of website.
yes, yes. So
Mm.
what actually is happening is that every time I'm importing the data from these partners, I every time we have to map it again and again because we don't have the same. I mean, because they provide us CSV files, and when we are
Yes.
importing that, every time we have to map the categories because every time they have different categories.
Okay.
So for every vendor, we have to separately map the categories. So first of all, that is the problem. So we are looking for any plugin which can solve this problem. So problem number one. Problem number two is that this CSVs, once we are importing it, it is taking so long to import.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because they are huge.
how much record is there in CSV file?
Sir, at the moment they have like, I mean, in the you mean the categories? How many categories are there?
No, no. In the CSV file, how many records are there generally?
I mean, it would be like depending on the products. Like, let's say if one vendor was having 29,000 products,
Okay.
so
So no,
29,000
actually
records will be.
29,000. So generally on the cloud servers, okay, when we are importing the CSV file, then
Yes,
normally it is importing successfully 15,000 uh, records at a time. If you will try to import more than 15,000, then it will
yes.
stop. Then it will stop. So we should first of all break in two files or three files. That's CSV file. Okay, in terms of
Mm.
15,000 files, and then just try to upload it. Then it will be uploaded successfully. Otherwise, what you can do, you can use the command line interface. Okay.
Sir, sir, is there any plugin in the WordPress which can handle this?
No, actually, the WordPress is not suitable for this purpose because the thing
Mm.
is that in WordPress there are only 11 or 12 tables. Okay, and every information is stored in that table. If you will import all the data in only those tables, then later what will happen? You will not able to export all the data to their proper format later. Okay, and the performance of the site will become very slow, extremely slow. Means that we will need to close the website. The thing is that.
Mm.
because this type of website, it is having a lot of data. WordPress is only useful for making a small websites, portfolio website or something like this. That's all,
Yes.
nothing more than that. Because there is a violation of rule of RDBMS in WordPress. Okay, there is a concept of normalization in RDBMS, and WordPress is not following that at all. That's why this problem is there. If you
So
want
even
to,
if
yes,
there is
yes.
WooCommerce, still they cannot handle this.
No, no. Actually, no plugin can do this because there is a problem with the database structure. The
Hmm.
database is not normalized. Actually, what they have done in order to simplify all these things, they have overlooked the basic rules and regulation of this programming and this database world. That's why this problem is there.
So what
That's why.
should I do, sir, in this case?
No, you can use any other. For example, I think your software that may be a good option. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
sir,
what
my
is the
problem is you, my friend, like whom I'm working with, like he's WordPress expert, na? And I mean, okay, he's also good with PHP, but he hasn't worked with Shopware before. Um,
no. So just ask him to use any framework, not the WordPress, any framework like this Laravel or something else for fast coding. Okay, because there should be a proper database structure, and if the database structure is not properly configured, then no matter what framework you are using, what CMS you are using, its performance will remain always and always poor. And when the data will increase, then it will automatically it will become shut down. Because I am
mm,
also dealing with this real publication system of university, and in one result, in one session of suppose undergraduate program, there are more than 1 lakh students. Okay, and
yes.
every student is having almost 10 marks. Okay, because there are 10,
Mm-hmm.
10 papers. So there, suppose if there is 1 lakh students, so 10 lakhs marks are there. So 10 lakhs plus 1 lakh, that means 11 lakhs records are there in the database. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then it is working. Although it is slow because when it is displaying the generating the result, but the display of the result is very fast. So it all depends upon how you are organizing your database, because the database is the most critical thing. This interface is not most critical thing,
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
because
But
this
sir,
interface.
what do you mean by the so framework? I mean, so Magento is also a framework?
Yes, then you can also use Magento. But in all the cases, the thing is that first of all, they are all having different types of constraints. Okay, they are all having different types of constraints. You can do this thing, you cannot do this thing, because these are what? These are simply the programs written by other persons.
Sir, but I have one question. So WordPress is
Mm,
also using MySQL. Magento is also using MySQL. So what is the
yes.
difference?
The difference is that actually in WordPress also you can define the custom tables. So you can ask your programmer, okay, to use the custom tables. Let me
Okay.
just show you. Let me show you. That may be an option, but overall this WordPress is not good thing. Okay,
Mm.
for real life programs and all, it is only for the testing purpose and all those things. Okay,
Or
but
for
only for
simple
testing
blogging,
purpose.
no?
Yes, yes, for simple. And even in case of blogging, if the number of blogs will become very large, then it will become slow,
Mm.
because they are not following the rules and regulation of RDBMS. That's
What
why.
is this RDBMS, sir?
This is the concept of database in computer science. Custom creating a custom table with PHP in WordPress means it is not necessary to use all the predefined tables. You can create table structure as per your own requirement. Okay, that's why this option is given there. Just hear this statement. So this is the table. Okay, and this table
Yes.
is not the part of the this WordPress. It is like this. But the thing is that this is not very much popular in WordPress. But we can do this. In this way, what can be done? The interface can be used by WordPress, okay, and database can be according to our own requirement.
Hmm.
Okay, and the concept of RDBMS is this: RDBMS normalization. This is very important concept of RDBMS, database normalization. Okay, it is all about how to store any information in database. There are some rules and regulations that should be followed. If you are not following them, then it will hang and ultimately it will be closed. It will not work properly.
Right.
So they are the normal forms, they are the rules. First normal form, second normal form, like this. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the worst one and this is the final best one. So we have to improve from initially it will be in the one F form, then we have to put in the second NF, then we have to think again, and then we have to convert to the third NF like this. So here this one is
Right.
the, these are the examples. Okay, this second order means actually
So what
first
is
of
the
all,
difference between this first, second, and third?
no, actually the thing is that we have to break the table in smaller parts, and every table should contain uh, some unique data. So for example, just here this employee name is there, age is there,
Right.
and
Hmm.
department is there. Okay,
Correct.
and just this department it is containing two information. One is marketing, and then this sales.
Hmm.
That means this employee it belongs to two departments. Okay,
Hmm.
so this
Yes.
is not good because in this one column it is containing two data
Correct.
separated
Correct.
by comma, and this type of problem is in WordPress because in WordPress what it is doing, it is storing all the JSON in a particular column,
Hmm.
and that JSON is containing so much data, different types of data. So what this is a further improvement. You know this marketing this is in one row and this sales it is going to second row. But the problem is that this name is repeated, this age is repeated.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's why they are breaking it in two tables. The first table is this, and the second table is this. Like, means we should break it because there should be a separate
Hmm.
table for department. Then there should be
But
separate
sir,
table for
if the
employee.
if in this way the database is I mean
Created.
operated, then in WordPress we can work also with
Yes,
WordPress.
yes,
That's
yes, yes. You have to think in terms of RDBMS first of all, and then you need to create a custom database. But in that case, you must know the internal coding of WordPress. You don't have to depend upon the predefined functions of WordPress. You must know how to establish connection with the uh, this type of data, this type of tables in WordPress
correct.
plugin.
Mm,
That means we need to you need to create your own plugin. You need to create
okay,
you don't have to depend upon the predefined plugins that is available on the websites. You need to
correct,
create
correct.
your own plugin.
Yes,
Then you can
it's
improve its
sir. In
performance.
India, there are good price comparison websites.
Yes, I think because there are a lot of advertisements are there, yeah, on TV and all the websites. There was compare something, price compare or something. Price comparison. This buy hatke, compare Raja, price देखो. This price देखो is also very much popular. This is also popular. Buy hatke. Okay. This is price देखो. So here we can search and then we can compare.
Hmm.
For example, this mobile is there. Okay, and here it is showing
Yes.
like this. So just see, this is very fast.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah,
Yes, compare price.
sir. In Oman and all this, we don't have this. But this is not so good, sir.
No,
This is
this is
not the
not.
good way.
Not
No,
this is good.
no.
This one correct. This one is good.
This one
Here
is
left.
good. And
Yes, laptop is there.
sir, what was the second one that was ranking? There was you took first and the third one. What was the second? Ah, this one.
This one
This
compare.
Raja something. He's my like family person, I think.
Yes, it's compare Raja.
Dot
Let me
in.
check it.
So
Let me
he's
just
spoiling the
not.
name of Raja. I mean, look at the website.
This is
In the
more.
center also he has AdSense, making
Yes,
money from everything.
yes, it is here. Add to compare. It is having add to compare button. We can just
I
click
I,
on
I
add to
also
compare.
had this feature. Yeah, this is in built-in. It's built-in feature. Yeah.
Okay. And now yes, and here there is option. Means we have selected two options.
Yeah. I also
Now
have this option.
this
Yes, sir.
compare is there. So this is the
Sir,
comparison.
I tell you one thing. Please go to this. There is a website. It's called Ideal. I will give you a link of this.
Okay.
Idealo.co.uk. Oh, sorry, Idealo.co.uk. The second one, no?
Yes.
So this is the best. We work in partnership with them in here in Germany, and
Okay.
Idealo. Just choose any category, for example.
Let me check it. So a lot of categories
Just yeah. So let's take this. So scroll down, sir. So scroll down, scroll down.
here.
Just take this phone for example, or this Apple iPod,
Okay. Yes, this
and
is
then
very
please
fast.
scroll down, and yes, and it's very fast.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
scroll down, you see the variants, and then scroll down.
Yes. This is
Here,
comparison.
look at this, sir. So clean and so neat. And
Yes.
then it also tells you from where you can buy, what are the payment methods,
Yes.
how many reviews you have, and then you can directly go to the shop. And in
Yeah.
fact, not only this, they also have a basket on the German website. They have
Okay.
idealo.de. They also have a basket. So now
Okay.
what they do is the top selling products, they buy themselves and they store it, and then they
That
start
is,
selling it directly on their own website.
yes, that is good idea because the customer will have not to go on that website.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
now what they are doing is they have before
No,
they
you
were
can do
our
this type of
partners.
thing. Yes, you can do this type of thing.
Yeah, so they were our
Yes.
partners, and they took all the top selling shoes they store in their their warehouse, and now they're selling themselves.
And this payment option is also there.
Payment options are also there. Yeah.
Yes, PayPal and this the credit
Sir,
card, debit card.
you can select also including delivery charges, excluding delivery charges, and it's so clean and it's so
Yes,
fast.
yes, yes.
And
Check it
this is
source
the way,
code.
sir. Look how clean it is, sir.
Yes, just a minute. I'm checking
And
its source code. Mm, yes, this is not using this WordPress.
they are no, I think it's custom built, sir.
Yes, it is custom. Actually, you want performance, then
Sir,
you have to
if
go
you
to the
see, sir,
custom.
they are also using one CDN also. If you
Yeah,
search, if you find and search and look for CDN, they are also using one CDN.
just a minute. Yes,
Yeah, so they also have their own CDN also. I mean,
yes,
of
yes,
course, it should be fast.
yes. Actually, when you want to perform fast and all the things, then we need to go to this custom coding. This is the only option
Yes,
because all the predefined libraries or frameworks or CMS, they are having lot
and
of codes written, unnecessary codes written is there.
sir, what I'm doing also, what we are doing wrong is that for every single thing we're using a plugin, a plugin, a
No,
plugin,
no,
a
no.
plugin.
Actually, it should just increase your dependency on other code. That is not the good
Mm,
thing because you are not having the control on their code, what is written there, okay, and
correct,
how it is
correct, correct.
working, something like. And lot of issues are there. Suppose you are installing a plugin on your WordPress website, so it may happen that they may steal some information from your website. They may send some information to somewhere else. It may also
Mm,
happen because
yes,
when your
yes,
website is running, then a plugin is what? That is the code of PHP.
correct.
So it can fetch data from your database and then you can pass it to somewhere else. So this
Yes,
type of
sir.
things are there. That's why this core coding is the perfect one. It will take some more time. Okay, core coding is taking much more time. But once it is ready, then this is the perfect one. And we are having full control. We can customize it as per your
Sir, problem is that the team that I have, they are not expert with anything else except WordPress.
what.
Yeah.
No, so just ask them to use this custom table concept of WordPress.
Custom table.
custom table.
Okay.
Then, yes, they must be aware of this.
Sir, where was the link? Can you send me this link, sir, for this custom table that you showed me?
This is the database normalization. No, I think it is WordPress custom table. Lot of examples are there. For example, this one. And why. This is very small.
So this first one was good. This one.
Yes.
Oh, this was the one. No?
This was the first one.
But sir, I saw this the price comparison. What I saw on this 203, sir. I don't think they're so much good. You should you see saw the one that I showed you, no? The Diallo. I mean, how clean and how fast it is.
Yes. No, it is having some code regarding this. Yes.
So this is the one, no?
Yes. A lot of options. There will be different options. Okay, so you just ask them to explore this.
Okay, sir. So just send me this link, sir, please.
Okay.
So, but you suggest that I mean, custom developing is the best option for this kind
Yes,
of
yes.
website.
If it is having huge database and a lot of functionalities,
Oh, sir,
because
it's really
everything
huge.
will be in your control. You are not dependent on any other code. Every code is written by you. So anywhere you can change as per your own requirement.
Hmm. Yeah, so this is the big wrong thing what we're doing it at the moment. Like, I mean, it's WordPress, and then it's first of it's already slow, sir. It's already
Yes,
slow, so
yes,
you can
it
say.
will be slow. I know so many examples because there are several clients are there that we were using this WordPress initially, and then later they have to leave it.
And then already we are buying the themes, we are buying the plugins, and it's also costing
Yes,
money, no?
yes, yes. That's why
Mm.
it is only for this blogging and the small websites. The website having the 10 or 20 pages, okay, and the database is not so much importance. It is a small database, something like this.
But sir, you said like if the database is like, I mean, the example that you
No,
showed,
actually,
like if
you should properly think over what is the set of information that you want to handle. Okay, you have to first of all study them. Then accordingly you need to design your database tables. Then you need to create your database. All these things because the starting point must be database.
hmm,
If it is database centric website, in that case,
yes, sir, this kind of website they are best as
yes.
but database
And in case
centric,
of
no?
WordPress, we don't think in terms of database. We think in terms of plugins. Think in terms of themes, something like this.
Yes,
We
yes,
don't
sir, yes.
because there is a layer between this database and then this plugin and all these things. And the purpose of WordPress was that because everyone don't know what is database, what is table. Okay, so
Yes,
suppose if
yes,
someone
yes,
is creating a small website, then why he should be aware of this database and all those things. So for
correct.
that purpose, this WordPress was developed only for that purpose. And later it became very much popular. So
Yes,
so now we are using it everywhere, but it is not successful everywhere.
yes. Sir, even with this WooCommerce and all this, still they are not able to manage it. I
Yes,
mean,
because this WooCommerce is what? It is again using the same structure of table, same database.
yes,
The major problem is that in the tables of database tables of WordPress, one column is containing lot of information in terms of JSON data. Okay, and the basic rule of RDBMS is that one column of one table should contain a atomic value, any atomic value. For example, suppose a person is having name, okay, and that name is having first name and last name and middle name. Suppose So we should not store the first name, last name, middle name in one column of the database table.
Sir,
We should
what is the
create.
full form of this RDB? What is
This is
this?
a relational database management system.
Mm,
It is a relational database management system. It is establishing relationship between the tables. This
right.
is the full-fledged paper of this computer science.
Oh, really?
Yes, because in course in this master's degree, we are in one semester we are teaching the whole database. What is database? How to use it? Everything.
Hmm.
And the base of every application is this database. Ki how
Yes,
systematic is the
yes, yes.
database? If database is systematic, then it will be perform better. And database is not systematic, and then it will not perform better. The thing is that. So we should follow the rules and regulations of the database RDBMS.
Correct.
Then and only then we can create a large scale applications.
Yes, sir. This is I've started this. I mean, let's see. I mean, how it goes like, but I think I
You
have to
can just
change
ask
it.
them to use these custom tables and follow the
So
rules
you
and
think
regulations of.
like, so you
Mhm.
think it will work? It will work with even if we use custom tables?
Yes, they can use this custom tables with WordPress. Why not?
Okay.
Because
Okay,
this option
sir.
is already there. This option is already there.
Sir,
Okay,
but I
so
haven't seen any website using WordPress for this for price comparison. This is true. This is true.
yes,
I mean, I haven't seen anybody.
yes, because such websites are having huge data. Such websites are having
Yes.
huge data. That's why. And
And
WordPress.
sir, actually it's continuously increasing. It's not that there is a fixed number of records, because let's say suppose we have new partner and new partner is having 100,000 products, so then you have to connect them, no?
Yes, yes. So again, it will become very much slower.
So every time there is a new partner, it will become more and more slower.
Yes, yes, and more complex to maintain and all those things.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir, I will talk to them today. I mean that we should not work with WordPress.
Yes.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they should use this custom database, custom tables in database.
So how much do you think it could cost this custom developing of this kind of website?
Custom developing means actually,
Sir, is it possible that in the backend, the database is, I mean, in the front end we still use this WordPress, and in the
yes,
backend we use
that's
something
why
else?
no, that's why I'm saying this custom table option. Your interface will remain in WordPress theme. Okay, but what
Okay.
they have to do, they have to simply create their own plugin, not just purchase the plugin and download the plugin and then customize it. Just ask them to
Hmm.
write a plugin from the scratch.
And
Okay.
what will be the functionality of this plugin?
No, that plugin will provide the for searching, for comparison, and each and everything.
Okay,
Suppose
okay, okay, okay.
that will be the functionality for this. Suppose this is your website. Okay, I think this is one. This one.
Yes, yes, yes,
When
sir.
I am writing any product name here. Okay, so this it is now searching. So this
Yes.
searching will be done by their own plugin, their own custom plugin.
Hmm.
They don't need to think only in terms of that 11 or 12 tables. Okay, that is the main problem because everything is stored in only that only in those tables. So that's why it is slow.
Correct,
They need
correct,
to
correct.
create their own table, okay, as per this the structure of this database and all those things, and then they need to write their own plugin that will interact with that table and then display the result here. Then it will become fast.
Yes, 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 yes.
Then it will
Sir,
become fast.
sir, in our case, in shoes you want, we are using Elasticsearch.
Okay.
Do you know that, sir?
Yes, I know this term because there is a website for Elasticsearch, but I have not explored it.
Oh, sorry, this is very interesting. I mean, so fast. It's actually like you can say Elasticsearch is like a search engine like Google. but it is
Okay.
for your own database, for your own website. It
Okay.
is so fast. Elasticsearch.
So you are using this that one here.
If for shoes you want, no, no, sir. Here, this is, sir. We cannot afford this. I mean, it's. I mean, and also the thing is like we don't know how to use it, na.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
one.
Here you can just ask them to develop their own plugin and then interact with the
Yes,
data.
I have actually sent search you. You should check this one. It's very interesting. What could be in future? I mean, I don't
Yes,
know
yes,
if
I
you.
have, I know it, but I have not used it still.
Oh, sorry, it's so fast in our website. If you see, it's so fast with this Elasticsearch.
Yes.
It's here in shoes you want. Shoe F21, no? Here in German website.
No, I will try it because there were
Yes,
some projects based on this Elasticsearch on freelancer
yes,
website. It is cloud path pricing and all these things.
yes. So this is really interesting.
Okay, so I will explore it. But till now, I have not used it.
So try this one. I mean,
I
for
will
the
try it.
just for the demo. I mean, but this is like really faster.
Okay. Okay, I will explore it also.
Great.
So just ask them for this
Sure, sir.
custom tool
Sure.
and then custom plugin. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir.
So
Thank you,
we will
sir.
meet
So
on Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday or
Yes.
Saturday?
No, because Saturday, Sunday there are some classes of kids. So I think Thursday will be good
Okay, sir. Okay.
because on
Sir,
Thursday my level.
if you have time on Friday, we can also do Friday because Friday is a holiday here.
No,
We
no,
can
Friday is
also
not.
do late. I mean,
Let us do first of all Thursday
okay, fine, fine, sir. Fine.
because this first day there is no class of my kids. There is no online classes.
Okay, fine, fine, sir.
So
Fine.
Tuesday and Thursday it is free,
Yes,
and
sir.
out of
Yes.
Saturday and Sunday we can do any day. I just
Okay,
Friday
sir.
or Sunday. Okay,
Okay, fine, sir. Fine.
because I think you are free on Saturday and Sunday both.
Yes, sir. Friday is also holiday here.
So only this Friday.
Only this Friday. Yes.
Yes, no problem. Let us first of all continue from Thursday.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
I will send you this recording.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I will upload it and then I will send you the link.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.